The alien study begins. The planet Threlios was a bright, shimmering world filled with advanced technology and intelligent beings. The Threlians were known throughout the galaxy for their scientific knowledge. They studied many planets, including Earth, where they believed the inhabitants were weak and frail. Yet, one day, the Threlians decided to conduct a bold experiment. They would invite humans to participate in a series of endurance tests. The lead scientist, Thylar, was particularly curious about one thing: how long could humans survive underwater? He had heard tales of their oceans, but he believed that humans were not equipped to handle extreme conditions. To him, Earth was a planet of limited potential. He was determined to prove his theory that humans could not endure the depths of their own oceans. Thylar's assistant, Zora, had a different perspective. She had watched Earth documentaries and was fascinated by human resilience. She had seen humans dive deep into the ocean, holding their breath for impressive amounts of time. While Thylar focused on the experiment's success, Zora hoped for a different outcome. She believed that perhaps humans were stronger than they seemed. The Threlian spaceship, sleek and silver, arrived above Earth. It hovered quietly, scanning the surface before landing in a remote location near a beautiful beach. Thylar and Zora welcomed the group of human volunteers, who looked both nervous and excited. Among them was Commander Jake Larson, a retired Navy diver. His calm demeanor stood out among the group. The other humans looked to him for confidence. "Welcome to our ship." Thylar greeted them with a voice that echoed with authority. "We have invited you here to participate in a test of endurance. We will see how long you can survive underwater." The Threlian scientist's tone was laced with condescension, as if he expected the humans to fail miserably. Commander Larson stepped forward, a faint smile on his lips. "We're ready for the challenge," he said, his voice steady. The other humans nodded in agreement, encouraged by his confidence. Thylar raised an eyebrow, surprised by their boldness. "Very well. We will begin shortly," he replied, trying to maintain his composure. Inside, he felt a mix of curiosity and skepticism. He had studied humans, but this was the first time he would witness their abilities firsthand. As the Threlians prepared the underwater testing chamber, the humans gathered to discuss their strategy. "Remember," Larson said, "we need to stay calm. We've trained for this. Trust your instincts." The group felt a surge of determination. They understood the importance of this moment, not just for themselves, but for all of humanity. The underwater testing chamber was massive, filled with water that glimmered like crystal. Advanced Threlian technology surrounded them, monitoring every movement. The humans couldn't help but admire the high-tech environment. It felt almost surreal. Yet, a sense of unease lingered in the air. Would they truly be able to meet the expectations set by their alien hosts? As the humans entered the chamber, Thylar observed them closely. He activated the monitoring systems, confident that the test would be over quickly. "You will have 10 minutes to breathe normally. After that, we will measure how long you can hold your breath," he announced. The humans nodded, exchanging glances filled with determination. As the countdown began, Larson took a deep breath, focusing on his training. He could feel the water surrounding him, cool and refreshing. He had spent years diving in the oceans of Earth, and now it was time to show the Threlians what humans were truly capable of. Zora watched the humans with a sense of awe. She noticed how they seemed to relax as the water embraced them. She could see that Larson's confidence radiated to the others, boosting their morale. Despite her scientific curiosity, she felt a strange connection to the humans. They were resilient and strong in ways the Threlians had not fully understood. As the countdown reached 0, Thylar signaled for the test to begin. "Now hold your breath," he commanded, eager to see how long the humans would last. He expected them to struggle within moments, gasping for air and failing his expectations. However, to Thylar's surprise, the humans descended into the water with grace. They kicked their legs and swam deeper, showcasing their strength. The Threlians were baffled. These beings were not the weak species they had anticipated. Xylar felt a twinge of fear as he realized the humans might defy his expectations. Monitor their vitals. He ordered his assistants, who hurried to check the readings. Zora remained silent, observing with wide eyes. She felt a mixture of excitement and concern. This was not the outcome anyone had anticipated. As the minutes ticked by, Xylar's frustration grew. He had expected to see the humans panic and fail. Instead, they swam gracefully, exploring the depths of the chamber. Their endurance was remarkable, and the alien scientists were beginning to doubt their assumptions. Meanwhile, Commander Larson and his team were pushing the limits. They exchanged encouraging glances, feeling the surge of adrenaline. Each moment underwater felt like a victory. They were not just proving themselves. They were proving humanity's strength to the galaxy. The experiment had only just begun, and already it was turning into something unexpected. The Thrillians were beginning to realize that humans might be more formidable than they had thought. As the first part of the experiment unfolded, anticipation hung in the air. How long could they truly endure? What secrets did humans hold beneath the waves? The story was just starting, and the Thrillians were about to witness the power of humanity like never before. The unexpected turns. As the minutes passed, the humans continued to explore the underwater chamber with surprising ease. The cool water enveloped them, and they felt a sense of freedom that came from defying expectations. Commander Jake Larson led his team deeper into the depths, navigating the space with confidence. Each kick of his legs sent waves of energy through his body, fueling his determination. Meanwhile, Xylar and his team of Thrillian scientists watched the monitors intently. How is this possible? Xylar muttered, disbelief etched across his face. The readings showed that the humans were still calm, their heart rates steady. This was not the reaction he had anticipated. Zora leaned closer to the screens, her eyes filled with curiosity. Look, they are showing incredible endurance. They're holding their breath much longer than expected, she said, excitement creeping into her voice. Xylar waved her off. It's just a matter of time. They'll start to panic soon. Humans are weak. They can't withstand the pressure forever. But as time continued to tick by, Zora felt her confidence in the humans grow. Maybe we're wrong about them. They're pushing their limits, and it seems like they're enjoying it. In the water, Larson and his team exchanged glances, their eyes shining with determination. They had trained for this moment, and every second felt like a victory. Larson turned to his teammates, who were swimming side by side. Keep focusing. Remember, we've trained for long dives. We can do this. Suddenly, one of the younger volunteers, Sam, gestured to a glimmering object resting at the bottom of the chamber. It looked like a strange Thrillian device, pulsating with light. Curiosity piqued. The group swam closer to examine it. What is that? Sam asked, his voice muffled by the water. Let's check it out, Larson said, leading the way. As they reached the device, they felt a strange energy emanating from it. It was unlike anything they had ever encountered, and the humans shared a collective sense of wonder. Xylar noticed the humans gravitating toward the device on the monitors. What are they doing? They should be focused on holding their breath, he exclaimed, frustration bubbling to the surface. Zora, however, couldn't help but admire their bravery. They're curious. This is a part of their nature. Humans explore, they discover, and they adapt. This could be a significant breakthrough, she argued, watching the scene unfold. As the humans reached out to touch the device, it emitted a bright glow. They could feel the energy pulse through their fingers. It was exhilarating and terrifying all at once. In that moment, they felt connected not just to the alien technology, but to each other. It was a bond formed by curiosity and shared experience. But just as the humans began to understand the device, something unexpected happened. The chamber's lights flickered, and alarms blared throughout the ship. Xylar's face went pale as he realized what was happening. No, they're activating the device. he shouted, panic filling his voice. "What does that mean?" Zora asked, concern flooding her features. Xylar raced to the control panel, frantically typing commands. "We need to shut it down. If it releases too much energy, it could be dangerous for them." But it was too late. The device pulsed with power, and the water around the humans began to swirl violently. The currents became chaotic, swirling in every direction. The humans struggled to maintain their balance as they were pulled by the force of the water. "Hold on," Larson yelled, gripping the edge of the device. He could feel the energy coursing through him, electrifying every nerve. "Stay together." The other humans grabbed onto each other, their hearts racing. They could feel the pressure building, but instead of panicking, they relied on their training. Larson shouted instructions as they swam against the currents, determined to stay in control. Meanwhile, Xylar and Zora worked frantically at the controls. "We have to stabilize the energy," Zora urged, her fingers flying over the buttons. "If we can just adjust the settings, we can help them." Xylar's frustration melted into desperation. "Do it. We cannot let anything happen to them." He realized that this was more than just an experiment. The humans had become more than subjects. They were now a part of something bigger, and their safety mattered. The swirling energy intensified, and the humans found themselves at the center of the chaos. Larson felt a surge of strength as he led his team through the turbulent waters. "We can do this. Just keep swimming," he urged, his voice echoing in the commotion. Finally, Zora managed to stabilize the energy output, and the chamber began to calm. The swirling water gradually settled, and the pulsating device dimmed its glow. The humans gasped for air, their bodies aching but alive with energy. As they surfaced, gasping and laughing, the realization hit them. They had not only survived, they had thrived. The connection to the alien device had ignited something deep within them. They had pushed their limits, and now they felt unstoppable. Xylar and Zora watched the humans emerge, their faces lit with triumph. "Perhaps we were wrong about them," Zora said softly, her admiration for the humans growing by the moment. Xylar nodded slowly, his disbelief fading. "This changes everything," he admitted. The Threllians had come to test the humans, but instead they had witnessed the incredible strength of the human spirit. The journey had only just begun, and the Threllians were about to learn much more than they had ever expected. The story was unfolding in ways neither the humans nor the Threllians could have predicted. The underwater test had turned into a powerful revelation, and the stage was set for more unexpected turns ahead. The truth revealed. The humans floated on the surface, their hearts still racing from the unexpected encounter. Laughter bubbled up among them, a mixture of relief and exhilaration. They had survived the ordeal, and now they felt a connection not just with each other, but with the alien technology they had just discovered. It was a powerful moment, and Larson couldn't help but smile as he looked around at his team. "Did you see that?" he exclaimed, wiping water from his face. "We actually made it through. And that device. I don't think I've ever felt anything like it." Sam, still catching his breath, grinned. "We were like fish out there. Who knew we could handle it?" As they splashed and joked, the excitement echoed in the chamber, but their laughter faded as they remembered the Threllian scientists observing them from the control room. What would they think? Would they see the humans as valuable allies or simply subjects of curiosity? In the control room, Xylar and Zora exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of awe and concern. They had witnessed something incredible, something that challenged their perceptions of human limitations. The device, once just a tool for observation, had become a catalyst for revealing the human spirit's true strength. "Are they really this strong?" Xylar asked, watching the humans interact on the screens. "What if we've underestimated them all along?" Zora nodded, her eyes still glued to the monitors. "We've always seen them as lesser beings, but today they've shown resilience that we never anticipated." As Xylar pondered the implications, he felt a shift in his understanding. "We need to treat them with more respect," he declared. "They are not just subjects in our study, they are equals in this journey." Meanwhile, Larson and his team were pulled from the water and onto the platform. They were greeted with a mixture of cheers and applause from the Thrillian scientists gathered around the control room. The humans exchanged bewildered glances. They hadn't expected such a reaction. Xylar approached the team with an expression of sincerity. "Your performance today has proven something we never considered," he began. "You possess incredible strength and endurance. This changes our perspective entirely." Larson wiped the water from his eyes and looked Xylar in the eye. "We just did what any trained team would do. It was about teamwork and trust," he replied, feeling a sense of pride swell within him. Zora stepped forward, her excitement palpable. "We witnessed the power of your spirit. We would like to learn more about your capabilities. This study has turned into something far greater than we anticipated." The humans exchanged glances, feeling a mixture of pride and curiosity. They had always thought of the Thrillians as advanced and superior, but now it seemed the tables were turning. "What do you want to know?" Sam asked, stepping forward with a spark in his eyes. "We're ready to share whatever we can." As the humans began to explain their training and the experiences that had shaped their resilience, the Thrillians listened intently. Xylar and Zora took notes, eager to understand the nuances of human strength. Days turned into weeks as the study continued. The humans and Thrillians worked together, each learning from the other. The Thrillians shared their advanced technology, while the humans taught them about endurance training and teamwork. One day, as they gathered in the control room, Xylar stood in front of the humans, a serious expression on his face. "We have a new experiment in mind. We believe we can enhance your abilities even further, but it requires your trust." Larson raised an eyebrow. "What do you have in mind?" "We want to combine our technologies," Xylar explained. "We believe that if we harness the power of the device you encountered, we can create a training program that maximizes your potential." The room fell silent as the humans exchanged worried glances. They were excited but also uncertain about what this could mean for them. "What would this involve?" Larson asked cautiously. Zora stepped in. "We will provide you with equipment to measure your abilities and help you push beyond your limits. But we need you to promise us that you will not hold back. Trust us. We want to see just how far humans can go," Xylar added, his eyes reflecting genuine interest. After a moment of deliberation, Larson nodded. "If it means discovering more about our strengths and possibly forming a real alliance, we're in." Excitement rippled through the room, and the humans felt a surge of hope. They were on the brink of something extraordinary, a collaboration that could redefine their understanding of strength and endurance. The next day, they began the training. The Thrillians used their technology to monitor every aspect of the humans' performance. They analyzed heart rates, muscle endurance, and even mental focus. It was a rigorous process, but the humans were determined to prove their worth. As days turned into weeks, the training pushed them beyond their perceived limits. They learned to swim faster, hold their breath longer, and endure challenges they never thought possible. And with each success, their bond with the Thrillians grew stronger. However, the humans also began to notice something unsettling. The Thrillians were not only studying them, they were changing them. The humans felt their strength evolving in ways they hadn't expected. It was both thrilling and terrifying. Little did they know, a storm was brewing on the horizon. As the collaboration deepened, so did the complexities of their relationship. Questions of trust and power would soon arise, forcing them to confront the very nature of their alliance. But for now, they embraced the journey, ready to uncover the depths of their strength and forge a future together, united against the unknown challenges that lay ahead. The training trials. The training sessions became a daily routine, and the bond between the humans and Thrillians deepened. In the sleek training facility, bright screens lined the walls, displaying data and metrics that tracked every aspect of the humans' performance. The room hummed with activity, a blend of excitement and anticipation filled the air. Larson stood in the center of the training arena, surrounded by his team, Sam, Emily, and Mark. They had all been selected for this special program, a chance to push their limits and explore the true potential of human strength. "Are you ready for today's trial?" Xylar asked, his voice steady and encouraging. "Always," Sam responded with enthusiasm, clenching his fists in determination. The humans had begun to thrive under the intense training, feeling stronger and more capable than ever. Zora entered the room with a tablet in hand, her expression serious. "Today, we will test your underwater endurance again, but with new enhancements. We've made some adjustments to the device you first encountered, and it should amplify your oxygen intake." Emily raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "What does that mean for us?" "It means you can hold your breath longer," Zora explained. "You will dive deeper than before, pushing your limits while we monitor your vitals." "Let's do it," Mark exclaimed, excitement bubbling in his voice. The team was eager to show what they could achieve. As they geared up for the trial, the atmosphere in the room shifted. The humans felt the weight of the Threllians' expectations, but it only fueled their determination. They were ready to prove their strength, not just for themselves, but for their newfound allies. The team gathered at the edge of the training pool, which was much deeper and larger than any they had seen before. With a nod from Larson, they took a deep breath and plunged into the water. Immediately, the coolness enveloped them, but they focused on the task ahead. As they swam downward, they could feel the pressure increasing, but the device was working. They felt a sense of freedom, almost like they were flying through the water. Minutes passed, and they reached depths they had never imagined possible. The shimmering lights from above faded into the blue abyss. With each stroke, they felt empowered. The Threllians watched from above, eyes wide with amazement. "Remarkable," Xylar whispered to Zora as he monitored the readings on the screens. "Their resilience is astounding." Zora nodded, impressed. "They are surpassing our expectations. We must document everything." Back in the water, the humans were in sync, moving as one unit. But then Sam signaled for a pause. He gestured to Larson, pointing toward the depths. They had seen something strange, a flicker of light beckoning them deeper. Curiosity sparked within the team, and Larson nodded. "Let's check it out." They swam lower, their hearts racing with excitement and a hint of apprehension. As they neared the source of the light, they discovered a hidden chamber, adorned with glowing crystals embedded in the walls. "Wow!" Emily exclaimed, her voice bubbling with awe as she swam closer to the crystals. "This is incredible." Mark reached out to touch one, and the moment his fingers brushed the surface, a surge of energy pulsed through him. He gasped, feeling an odd connection to the crystals. They seemed to resonate with his very being. "What are these?" Sam asked, his eyes wide with wonder. "I don't know," Larson replied, mesmerized. "But it feels powerful." Suddenly, the Threllians' voices echoed in their earpieces. "Humans, return to the surface immediately. This is not part of the training." The urgency in Xylar's tone snapped the team back to reality. They swam back toward the surface, the allure of the crystals fading as they focused on their safety. As they broke the surface, the Threllians stood ready with concerned expressions. "What did you find?" Zora asked, her eyes scanning their faces for answers. "We found a chamber with glowing crystals," Larson explained, breathless. They felt alive. We were drawn to them. Xylar exchanged glances with Zora, their expressions serious. "Those crystals are a part of our ancient technology. They have been dormant for centuries, only activated by certain frequencies, but they can also be unpredictable." Emily raised an eyebrow. "Are they dangerous?" "Not in themselves," Zora replied carefully, "but we need to investigate further. For now, your safety is our priority." The humans nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and concern. They had uncovered something remarkable, but it came with risks they didn't fully understand. As they dried off and gathered their thoughts, Larson felt a stirring sense of purpose. They had ventured beyond their limits and discovered new depths of strength, but now they were entangled in something greater. The potential of the crystals could change everything. Days turned into a whirlwind of training and discussions about the crystals. The humans felt their confidence growing, yet they also sensed the weight of responsibility. They were part of something extraordinary, a bridge between two worlds. But as they trained, they couldn't shake the feeling that the Threllians were holding back some information. They were allies, yet the shadows of uncertainty lingered in the background. One evening, as they gathered in the training facility, Larson voiced his concerns. Are we really allies, or are we just subjects to them? They've learned so much from us, but we don't know what they truly want. Sam, leaning against a wall, crossed his arms. I feel it too. There's something about the way they talk about the crystals. It's like they're afraid of what we might find. Emily nodded. We need to trust each other. If we're going to succeed together, we can't have secrets. With a newfound determination, the team agreed to confront the Threllians. They were on the brink of a partnership that could change their fate, but they had to ensure it was built on trust and honesty. As they prepared for their next training session, the humans felt a sense of unity. Together, they would navigate the challenges ahead, uncovering the truth behind the crystals and forging a path toward a brighter future. Secrets unveiled. The tension in the training facility hung in the air like thick fog. The humans gathered, determined to confront their Threllian counterparts about the secrets surrounding the glowing crystals. The soft hum of machinery and the bright lights seemed to dim as they prepared to speak their minds. Today, we have to be direct, Larson said, looking around at his teammates. We deserve to know what we're dealing with. The crystals could be a game changer for both our worlds. Emily nodded in agreement, her expression serious. If we're going to trust the Threllians, we need transparency. No more hiding. Just then, Siler entered the room, his demeanor calm and collected. Good afternoon, humans. Are you ready for today's training? His voice was steady, but Larson sensed a hint of caution in his tone. Siler, we need to talk first, Larson said, stepping forward. About the crystals. Siler raised an eyebrow, looking intrigued. What about them? We need to know what they are, Sam interjected. You've mentioned they're part of your technology, but you haven't told us how they work or why they're important. Zora walked in just as the conversation heated up. She stopped short when she heard the exchange. What's this about? Your team found something extraordinary, and we deserve to understand it, Mark added. We're all in this together, right? We're allies, and that means sharing the truth. Zora's expression turned serious. The crystals are remnants of our ancient civilization. They were once used to harness energy and power our technology. However, they can also resonate with certain frequencies, which is what you experienced during your last dive. What does that mean for us? Emily pressed, eager for answers. Those crystals hold potential, but they can also be dangerous, Zora explained. They can amplify energy in ways we cannot fully control. If improperly activated, they could cause catastrophic events. That's why we've been cautious. Larson exchanged glances with his teammates, understanding the gravity of the situation. So, you're worried about us using them? Zyler nodded, his gaze steady. Your resilience is impressive, but we cannot risk unleashing something we don't fully understand. Then let us help you understand, Sam urged. We've already shown we can endure extreme conditions. We want to assist in the research, to learn more about the crystals and their potential. Zora looked at Larson and the others, weighing their words. It is a dangerous path, but if you truly want to help, we must approach this with utmost caution. The humans exchanged excited glances. They were ready to take on the challenge, to dive deeper into the mysteries of the crystals. We'll be careful, Larson assured, but we need to know everything. After some deliberation, Zora and Sylar agreed. They would let the humans assist in the research of the crystals. But you must follow our lead, Zora emphasized. Safety is paramount. Of course, Emily replied, her determination shining through. We're in this together. Over the next few days, the humans and Thrillians worked side by side, diving into the depths of knowledge surrounding the crystals. The training facility transformed into a bustling research center, filled with data and holographic displays illustrating the crystals' properties. As they explored the capabilities of the crystals, they discovered their unique resonance patterns and how they could amplify energy. The humans were fascinated. They spent hours in the water, testing their endurance while also observing the crystals' responses. Larson, Sam, Emily, and Mark took turns documenting their findings, sharing insights, and pushing the limits of their understanding. The camaraderie between the teams grew stronger, and soon, laughter filled the air as they celebrated small victories. One afternoon, while examining the crystals, Mark made a breakthrough. "Look at this," he exclaimed, pointing to a screen. "When I pulse this frequency, the crystal glows brighter. It's like it's alive." The Thrillians watched in awe. "You found a way to interact with the crystals," Zora said, her eyes wide with excitement. "This could change everything." As they continued their experiments, they discovered that the crystals could harness energy in ways that defied their understanding. They could be used to enhance technology, boost energy output, and even provide power to entire cities. But with each success came a growing sense of unease. As they delved deeper into their research, the humans and Thrillians began to notice strange fluctuations in the energy readings. The crystals seemed to react unpredictably at times, causing alarm. "We need to proceed with caution," Filar cautioned during a team meeting. "If we don't fully understand how they react to different frequencies, we could put everyone at risk." The humans nodded in agreement, but their curiosity and excitement were hard to suppress. "What if we could stabilize their reactions?" Larson suggested. "What if we worked on finding a way to control their energy output?" Zora considered his words. "It's a dangerous undertaking. We must ensure that we don't unleash something we cannot control." The team continued to work tirelessly, determined to unlock the secrets of the crystals. They experimented with various frequencies, seeking the perfect balance between harnessing the energy and maintaining stability. One evening, after a long day of research, they gathered in the training facility to review their progress. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, and the humans felt a sense of purpose. As they shared their findings, a plan began to form. They would create a prototype device that could safely channel the energy of the crystals, allowing them to harness their power for good. "I can't believe we're actually doing this," Emily said, her voice filled with excitement. "This could change everything for both our worlds." As the team prepared to put their plan into action, a sense of unity enveloped them. They were no longer just humans and Thrillians. They were partners working toward a common goal. But as they gathered their resources and made preparations, an unsettling feeling lingered in the back of their minds. They knew they were venturing into uncharted territory, and with great power came great responsibility. The potential of the crystals was immense, and as they stood on the brink of a new chapter, the humans and Thrillians were ready to embrace the challenges ahead. Together, they would unlock the mysteries of the crystals, forging a path toward a future filled with promise.